Afternoon, everyone. It's Tom Sidney Bushnell, aka Numbers. Welcome to Psych Club. If you haven't already joined Psych Club yet, do so by clicking the notification bell and giving us a thumbs up, liking and sharing. It's much appreciated. Also, check out the links to my new channel, which is the Tom Numbers Show. I know some of you have joined that, and it's greatly appreciated. The majority, we're getting about, I can tell you what the stats are. So 2/3 of the people that watch the videos on the Tom Numbers Show, Top of Your Game, 2/3 aren't subscribed, they're just watching the videos. So subscribe to the notification bell. I think that's probably a lot of people from this channel, so do click and like. Hey, how you doing? Without further ado, I'll put the link in as soon as this video has finished. I'll put the link in below, so you can go to the Tom Numbers Show, Top of Your Game. It looks just like Psych Club, but instead of picture of myself, black and white, and then color, and black versus a pink background, it's black and purple background, purple writing. So, thanks everyone. We've got lots of great stuff coming up. Got the 107 episode with a special guest tomorrow, so look forward to that. I'll be putting that up probably in the next few hours. I've got a great episode this evening, so look out for that. And anyway, there's some things that have come up that I wanted to talk about. I should just say as well, on the Tom Numbers Show, people that haven't watched the shows yet, you're going to have Michael Gambon, Dumbledore from Harry Potter, great actor, great legendary actor, and a really good guy. I've done an episode with him, talking about his career, and it's full of Gematria, you'll see within the episode. Then there's an episode with Matt Letitia, who is a Patriot, a great legendary soccer player, football player here from the UK. I've done episodes with him before. There's Gematria within that episode. There's Gus Poyet, legendary soccer player for both Uruguay, Zaragoza in Spain, Chelsea Football Club, and Tottenham Hotspur, Spurs. He's now manager in Greece. And also the old England manager Sven-Göran Eriksson used to manage David Beckham, Wayne Rooney, Michael Owen, Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard. So Sven is Swedish, I'm talking like him, is Swedish. So we did a show just a few days ago, and he gives people that are football fans, he gives his opinion on who the next Manchester United manager should be, and it's just 3 or 4 days old, that episode, so check it out. Okay, let's go into and the links will be below. So do subscribe to Psych Club, and also subscribe to the Tom Numbers Show, and put a little detail on what you thought of the video. Also suggestions for new guests. I've got some of those from yesterday and the day before, but new guests for the show. If you let me know if I can do it, I'll do it. So put suggestions in there. Okay, so some things have come up to my forthwith to my attention today, even this afternoon. Someone in one of the chats I'm in, Martin, he reposted a clip of President Trump talking about the spring 2020, and talking about Easter being the timeline. So I watched that, and I got it gave me chills watching it again, because we're coming around to Easter again. So the question is, which Easter does President Trump mean? Easter is 68, which is Mar-a-Lago, which is Wayne. And just for new viewers, A is 1, first letter, B is 2, second letter, C is 3, D is 4, 26th letter, Z or Z equals 26. You can add up the numerical value of words, places, names, people, dates, sentences, movies, books, sports, anything, history, science, and you can get numerical codes, which is what we're doing right now when I talk about the numbers. So Easter comes to 68. Timeline, President Trump said Easter timeline in this clip. Timeline is 87, which is truth. Hey, thank you. Rainy day lady. Thanks for your super chat. Thank you. So Easter timeline comes to Barron, comes to Mar-a-Lago, comes to Wayne, comes to stock, comes to market. Timeline is 87 truth. Easter timeline comes to 155. 155 comes to the millennium. It also comes to, well, how would you say this without getting so the thing that we went into in spring of 2020, the first proper name of it that made everyone, you know, down tools and stay indoors, that's actually 155 as well. CV, you know, the two words, that's what it is, it's 155. So as with everything, the good, all numbers are intrinsically good, but the powerful, super powerful numbers, 155, the 1,000 years of peace, which is the millennium, was ushered in my opinion, when the CV came in. Okay, that's when the world started to change. President Trump said Easter is our timeline, and he also said, well, that means, yeah. So Easter is our timeline. Let me do that. Actually, I thought I'd done that, but let's do it here. So Easter 68 is, and then hour, which is love, timeline 87, 237. 237 is very important. It's a combination of different numbers and dates, and you'll see we're going to talk about 327 soon. So okay, so Easter Sunday, Easter is 68, Sunday is 84. Easter Sunday comes to 152. 152, I always notice that because that's my birthday, which is February 15th. So 15th February, or you can do 215, which is 215, depending on which side of the Atlantic you are on. 215 actually comes to 11th of September. Yeah, we all know what that is. But think of maybe a flip or a mirror, a reversal of some description. Easter Sunday 152. Now this year's Easter is April 17th. April is 56, which is light. 17th is 137, which is 17th, which is President Kennedy, which is Casino Royale. It's also Washington, D.C., so maybe there'll be some light about Washington, D.C. Hey, Kelly, thanks very much. Okay, Jerry Foley, I'll have to look into that. Send a link. I'm not sure who that is, but put a link in the comments. Thank you. Okay, so April 17th. April 17th comes to 193. Comes to the phrase "follow the twos." 222. 1,000 Years of Peace. Follow the Twos is from the Patrick Swayze film Dirty Dancing. Patrick Swayze 177 comes to Michael Gambon Gematria. Comes to Top of Your Game, which is the subtitle of my talk show, the Top Numbers Show, which you'll see the links down below as soon as I've finished this broadcast. But you can find it anyway now. It's there, just the Top Numbers Show. There's a link on Psych Club at the About page right at the back. And in links to all the previous videos for the last week. Okay, so this is interesting. So if you do April 17th plus Easter Sunday, because that's when it is, so 193, follow the twos, plus Easter Sunday. Interesting enough, a nice place here in the UK, 152 is Bournemouth, which is Easter Sunday. I went there last year, not Easter, but springtime. That comes to 345. So April 17th, Easter Sunday, is 345, which comes to thank you very much. And do you have your popcorn ready? Hey Doris, awesome, thank you very much. Okay, now the question is, which Easter is it? Is it this Easter, or is it the following Easter, or an Easter after that? I don't know. As with all of this, President Trump spoke about timelines, and this is something that's become a bit more of an understanding on it as time has gone on. That timelines, I think all things are possible. Everything is possible in life. All things are possible, meaning things like time travel, alternate timelines. And so depending on which timeline is appropriate is the one that they'll choose. It's kind of complex. Complex is 88 Trump, but I believe that's the case, that I thought it was just linear, you know, because that's what the 3D mortality world is that we're in right now, is just linear, binary ones and zeros. But as we go into quantum and we go into a higher reality of what we really are, then time and timelines are going to be able to be flexible and movable and malleable. Quantum malleability, we'll have to look at, see what that is. Yeah, that's what I believe. So depending on how things are, will depend on what will happen. But that's probably even a limited understanding of what I've got. But it's beginning to feel like that. That's what it's beginning to feel like. Okay, so if we go forward a year, well, to the next Easter 2023, it's April 9th, so April is 56, which again is light. 9th is 65, which is the word stay in the Christopher Nolan film, in Tenet, and also Interstellar. They say stay, it's kind of a word that he emphasizes. 65 is also Florida, where Mar-a-Lago is. It's 7, the number 7, it's number 15 as well, important numbers. But anyway, 9th is 65. But April 9th is 121, which is Golden Jubilee, which is Second Coming, which is Revelation. If you take that further, if you say the Golden Jubilee, or the Second Coming, or the Revelation, that's 154. Hey, QWA, thank you very much. Thank you. So that comes to 154, comes to the Golden Jubilee, the Second Coming, the Revelation. It also comes to Queen of Hearts, and that was one of the titles that Diana was known by, because she was the People's Princess. People's is 88, Trump Princess Trump. But Queen of Hearts 154. It's interesting enough, Tarot by Janine 154. So have that thought about Queen of Hearts, which Princess Diana 154. If you do Easter Sunday, April 9th, which is next year, it comes to 273. But if you do, where do we get to? Yes, if you do the 9th of April, Easter Sunday, the 9th of April, that comes to 315. 315 is a date, a marker. It's a few things, but one of the ways to look at it is a date. Go back to spring of 2020. I've heard that Cheyenne Mountain was closed 315, so March 15th. And many say that was the beginning of when it officially started, i.e., what happened in spring 2020. President Trump did the flight ban. I think it was on the 11th, because I was due to fly on the 13th. Couldn't go. I could have gone, but it would have been probably just a bit messy on the other side. But that being said, 315. So, April, the 9th of April, Easter Sunday, is 315. If you do, where do we get to? Here we go. Yes, okay. So, now I'm beginning to look at this part here. It's made me think of Diana's death when she passed. So she passed, or went into hiding, protection. Interesting enough, the word witness is 109, which is Zapruder, which is Diana Spencer, which is my channel, Psych Club, 109. YouTube is also 109. 17 is 109. Witness is 109. It's a great film. Harrison Ford and Kelly McGillis and I with the Amish. I really love that film. Great soundtrack, very emotive. But yeah, so August 31st is when she went into, when she died. That comes to 261, which comes to John Fitzgerald Kennedy, Jr. If you do 31st of August, that comes to 282, which comes to 88 miles per hour. 88 miles per hour is the speed that you need to the speed that you need to accelerate to and reach to time travel in Back to the Future. So 88 miles per hour. But it's also transition to greatness. So when President Trump speaks about transition to greatness, it's 282, it's 88 miles per hour. If you say the 31st of August, like I said, that comes to 3:15, which is the full kind of way you could say when Diana passed. But that comes to the transition to greatness. It also comes to magic 88 miles per hour. So because these timelines are fluid and we're learning about it, we're re-remembering about time travel, etc. It could have been, in my opinion, one of the major markers of when things started the transition to greatness is when Diana passed, stroke, witness protection, etc. If that's the case. You know what I believe. So let's see where we go from here. Okay, right, this is cool. So if you do Diana Frances Spencer is 175, which is consciousness. It's also Millennium Wheel down on the waterfront of the River Thames. The River Thames is 138, which is Donald Trump. And the Millennium Wheel, when you look at it from the north side, looking across the water, it looks like a big Q. It is a big Q, 17. And Houses of Parliament comes to 217, which comes to the Princess of Wales. Also comes to Tom Sidney Bushnell. Parliament comes to 109. Yeah. Anyway, which is Diana Spencer, which is 17, Zapruder. But if you do the 31st of August, 3:15, plus Diana Frances Spencer, 175, that comes to 490. Okay, 490. If you drop the 0, you're just left with 49, which is green, which is also yes. It's also 5th. It's also 8. But anyway, we'll keep it open. We'll keep it at 490. So there's some interesting things that come out of this. So if you do, where have we got to? Yes, if you do 490. Okay, this is interesting. So 490 is the 31st of August, the transition to greatness. 31st of August is when Diana passed. Diana Frances Spencer, 175, consciousness. Millennium Wheel, looks like a Q, facing, going overlooking the water, 138, revaluation, Donald Trump. River Thames, 138. But 490. So that actually comes to 369, which are the Tesla numbers, plus 121. 121 is Revelation. 369 actually comes to time travel witness protection, or John Kennedy witness protection, or Dark to Light witness protection, or 8th Avenue witness protection. President Trump spoke to Hannity a few months ago, maybe 5, 6 months ago, 7 months ago, talked about witness protection, and they brought it up randomly for no reason. It wasn't really in keeping with the flow of the discussion, but Hannity, it's almost like he was told to discuss it a couple of times, and there were some important markers on that. So look back at the video I've done of that if you get the chance. But it was quite a while ago, so I can't remember what month it was. Frederick Christ Trump comes to 244, which comes to witness protection. Witness, as I said, is 109, which is 17, which is Diana Spencer, which is Zapruder, which is Psych Club, which is Saturday. Doc Brown says next Saturday night we're going back to the future. And protection is 135, which is John Trump. It's stock exchange. It's also Ivana Trump, the mother of Ivanka, Don, and Eric. Bearing in mind, Ivanka Trump, which comes to 146, she comes to 146. She was actually born Ivana Trump, so had the same name as her mother, but she's always been known as Ivanka Trump. But yeah, witness protection, 244. Plus, where do we get to? Plus time travel, yeah. So witness protection or time travel witness protection. So I'm wondering if that's one way they've done things. I think it might be. There might be a number of ways, but I think that might be one of the ways. Is everyone still there? I think so, yeah. Okay, so let's take this a little further. Okay, something else came out today, and today's date is April 4th. April is 56, light. 4th is 88, Trump. Add them together is 144, Digital Soldier. Also Ron Watkins. But then as I was doing these decodes on Diana and 369 and time travel, witness protection, etc., I got it was sent around, people have probably seen it, or maybe not yet, but I put it in the title. Elon Musk has just bought some stock in Twitter. So if you do April 4th, and it times back to one of the Q posts, so there's a marker on it, it's April 4th, and then they talk about Twitter, and today Elon Musk has fulfilled part of that prophecy, that digital prediction, timeline prediction, time travel prediction, looking glass prediction, by buying some stock today. It's been revealed that he's bought stock. So April 4th is Trump Light, 144, Digital Soldier, Ron Watkins, and King Solomon, actually, interesting enough, 144. But Twitter's 115, and stock is 68. But if you do April 4th Twitter stock, that comes to 327, which is the 9th of April plus Easter Sunday, 327. So the reason I might mention that, folks, is I was doing the decode on what Easter and Diana and 327, I knew that number. I've been doing that, and then April 4th Twitter plus stock comes out just literally as I'm doing that, which comes to 327. If you do this, April 4th, 144, plus Twitter, 115, plus Elon Musk is 110, Marlebone, the power, the Christ, or magic power, magic Christ. Marlebone is the area within London I live, which is within Westminster, then you've got London, then you've got England. But April 4th plus Twitter plus Elon Musk comes to 369. And I've just done some numbers, there's great numbers on 369. 369 being witness protection time travel, or John Kennedy time travel. Also remember that November 23rd plus Saturday comes to 369, meaning the day after JFK in 1963, which was November 22nd. So November 80, November 94, 20, 107, add second, add Saturday, 109, hang on, what have I done there? Not 22nd, sorry, 23rd. So if you do November, 94, John, 3rd, 59, Joker, November 23rd, 260, add Saturday, which it was back in 1963, comes to 369. So, and that was when Doctor Who was released, but it got kind of swamped because of everything that happened with JFK the day before, so they had to re-release it here in the UK the week later. So it's all connected, everyone. Okay, so let's have a look at this further. President Trump said in the beginning of that address, when he was talking about kind of defeating the invisible enemy by Easter, he said invisible enemy. Invisible is 101, which is system, which is Melchizedek, which is traveler, makes me think of time traveler. Enemy 62, which actually is shot. It's actually Queen. It's also Nicola on the good side. So, but you get, queens can be good as well. We're going to see some more queens coming forward. So invisible enemy, comes to 163. Back to New York. President Trump spoke about that when he spoke about the RV, taking our First Lady back to New York in an RV. He also said that this would go on for a while, and we thought it was, he was talking about Easter of 2020, but we've had Easter of 2021, and now we're coming up to the 2022 one. Are we going to go to the 2023? Maybe, I don't know. It might even be longer, but I'm not sure, but we'll see. So he said go on for a while, and he assured us that we would have victory. But go on for a while actually comes to Donald J. Trump. So go is 22, which is MAGA, which is deal. On is 29, which is Diana, which is also AUG, the abbreviation for August, and you've got on August 29th in Back to the Future, in Terminator 2, on Aug 29, 29, 20, 29, 29, 29 comes to 87, which comes to truth. Anyway, so 4 is Angel, 39 Big Ben, A is 1, and then Wild is 57, which is actually Tesla, which is England, which is George. But go on for a while comes to 148, which is Donald J. Trump, which is Simple Gematria, which is Time Traveler, which is Emmett Brown. And if you're just logging in, do check the links below that I'll be putting up to go to the Tom Numbers show, see Michael Gambon, Matt Letitia, Sven-Goran Eriksson, and Gus Poyet. Great interviews. Watch them all the way through if you would. People really help. Share it, get it boosted. We'd like to get that channel up to 20,000 followers as soon as possible. We're here on Psych Club, 63,000 plus. 63 makes me think of 1963, and I'm talking about that now. 63 is also the word 11. The word 11th is 91, which is POTUS, which is Space Force, which is Future, which is Liberty. Anyway, you can go on and on, but also, President Trump said within that same clip that I'm talking about, he said, make that a reality. Reality is 90. A reality is 91, which is Space Force, which is 11th, which is Future, which is Liberty. But make that a reality comes to 170, which is Bolt of Lightning. It's great job numbers. When President Trump, when I noticed that he was talking to me when he was doing comms, I think it was my second episode with Charlie Ward, and President Trump spoke the next day or the day after, and he said, great job numbers. When he came out, you should do those famous tarmac interviews with the press. And then he said, as in great job numbers for the economy, but like in 2 or 3 seconds in, he went, great job numbers. And I was like, wow, and that was what I was called originally. Well, I guess I still am. Numbers. I always say Tom Sidney Bushnell, aka Numbers, because Jack Kidd and some others gave me that name. Numbers is 92, reverse is 92, Manhattan's 92, Pentagon is 92, but they say Joe doesn't have any connection to the Pentagon, so who's running things now? But then later in that same clip, it's only about 2 minutes or so long, on 43 seconds, he says I Would, and that's my grandmother's name. She was Eileen Wood, but her compatriots would call her I Would. And he said it on 43 seconds, and they lived in Dovedale Close, which was number 43 for most of their lives that I knew them. So President Trump does talk to us, and thank you, sir, for everything. God bless. Much love to you and the family. And I'm looking forward to when we get to catch up and have you on the Tom Numbers show soon. So, okay, some other things that, yeah. Actually, no, that's it. That's pretty much for it. One thing came up. So Christ's bloodline is also, bloodline is 88 Trump. Christ's bloodline is 77. So Christ's bloodline is 165, which is resurrection, which is remote viewing, which is the visionary, the title of his painting at Mar-a-Lago. But it's also the exchange of power. Well, exchange of power is 165. Also, reset of power is 165. So I just thought there's some numbers that came up to me just before I started the show. So anyway, thanks everyone for watching. God bless you all. Thank you so much for all your super chats and super stickers. do look out for the episode with Juan tomorrow. I know you'll see that. I've got a great episode tonight. And as soon as I finish, I'm gonna put the links up immediately in here, so you'll be able to go to the Tom Numbers Show if you haven't already done so. Thanks for all your subscriptions so far. The majority of you haven't subscribed as yet, so please, if you haven't had a chance, if you would do that for me today, that would be awesome, because you'll be getting new content there that you won't get here, which are the talk show style interviews with well-known guests. So far we've had a great actor from Harry Potter, Michael Gambon. We've had a couple of legendary footballers, Matt Letizia and Gus Poyet, and a great soccer manager, football manager, Sven-Goran Eriksson. We'll be getting some more for music, other areas of entertainment. People with any skill set, if they're at the top of their game, hence the show is called Top of Your Game, then I'm interested in having them on the show. But all the way through, I'll be introducing and giving you lots of Gematria. So hardcore Psych Club fans will really love the show, but it'll also be applicable, and it'll be a nice kind of way to get others into Gematria and get them to see the numbers. And we can red pill more people that way. So that's what we want to do. Red pill 76, Thomas. Red pilling Russell, as in Russell Brand. So he's doing a good job of red pilling people. Russell Brand 145, numerology. All right, everyone. God bless. Thank you so much for all your likes and support. And I will speak to you later this evening. I'll see you again tomorrow in the Juan Show. And who knows, I might do another live. So, all right. God bless. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye.